The crew retires to their motel because I don't want to live in that house, and I know this is going to shock you, but Nell shows up all demon-fied. What a twist. No one saw that coming. No one. This hat? That squid? No. No one saw it coming. How about it, Skeleton? You? No. No one saw it coming. You are a masterwork of tension movie. Demon-fied Nell licks one of the crew, a girl named Isis. Kinky. And then immediately vomits. Look, Nell, I know you're possessed by a demon, but I'm sure she didn't taste that bad. I'd offer to test her myself. The last time I did that, I got more maces than a medieval punching bag. So, I'll let you do it. People seem to take that thing better if you're a teenage girl, or at least that's what my lawyer told me. They take Nell to the hospital, because what else are you going to do with the creepy teenage girl who keeps vomiting on everything? And unfortunately, the father shows up to take her out and don't... I'm sure there's a penis joke in there somewhere, but just move on. And that kind of puts Cotton and crew into kind of a risky situation. See, Cotton could just say, hey, doctors are great, your daughter's crazy, let's put them together and see what happens. But Father Fuck Hospitals wouldn't exactly take kindly to that. After they try to make headway at the father's old church, they show up back to the farm and... Oh, did I forget to mention that? It's at a farm! That's where Nell and the others live! Farm! Anyway, they head on back to the farm and find the brother with significantly less face than he had 15 minutes ago. And Nell holding a bloody knife, so it really doesn't take a genius, even though I absolutely am, to figure out what happened. They get Caleb to write a note explaining what happens, which is simply, don't leave him with her. And also, stop spreading so much obviously fake blood on this piece of paper. After the father takes brother Caleb to the hospital, because that's what you do when you're missing half a face unless you're a Batman villain, they head upstairs to find Nell. They find her in her bedroom, chained to the bed. This just got dangerously erotic. That's what you do when things are dangerously erotic. You have to whip off clothing. If you don't, well then, it's just not the same. Because then things are just standard erotic, and it's not dangerously erotic. They unchain her from the bed, and later that night they hear her crying. Oh, boo-hoo, Nell, so you're possessed by the devil. We've all got problems. I'm gonna have to wash this hat when this video is done. Turns out that young Nell was just giving her doll a bath and drawing another one of her creepy pictures, which I think all possessed girls are legally required to do at some point. The hospital calls and informs our crew of plucky plucksters. Is that a word? Making it a word. Anyway. The hospital calls and informs them that Nell is pregnant. I'm going to avoid thinking about that. I'm thinking about it. Anyway, next thing you know, Nell is using a camera to bludgeon a cat to death. Charming. Pleasant. Real pick-me-up. She also tries to whack Cotton, but Iris is unfortunately nearby and stops Nell from smashing in his smug face. The crew begin worrying that she's going to try and kill them all at some point, which the reasonable point is brought up that she's a 16-year-old girl and there are 3 of us. I think we can take her. The father arrives and tries to get Cotton to perform another exorcism, perform being the operative word, but Cotton declines. Next thing you know, things start thumping around in Nell's room, and creepy recorder music starts coming out, because if you can't feature at least one creepy song in your horror film, you have to honorably disembowel yourself with a tripod. True story. Once they get inside, they find Nell performing her own little rendition of Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark, by which case I mean she's sitting on top of the wardrobe. She sprints outside, the crew follows her, and they find her crying conspicuously on the porch with a big sign, incoming jump scare, right behind her, for totally unrelated reasons, I'm sure. The father, under the reasonable assumption that bullets tend to help when you're trying to cock-slap Satan, comes around with a shotgun and threatens to paint the walls with the back of his daughter's brain. It would be a lovely shade. And Cotton decides, under light of the new scenario, that maybe he will perform that exorcism. Clearly it's a shotgun of less 10 charisma. Wow, I could not have put that any nerdier, could I? Unlike the first very, 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 very fake exorcism, this one actually works. Demon L starts doing the whole "your mother sucks cocks in hell" thing, but unlike other demons who sound like Hitler deep-throating a blender, this one sounds more like a Saturday morning cartoon villain as played by GLaDOS. Kinda like it, actually. Or is it really Demon L? See, Demon L tries to do the whole shtick, the whole shebang, but she kind of trips up when she accidentally refers to it as a blowing job. Not a mistake a immortal demon would make. Is a mistake a 16-year-old farm girl would make. You done been punked, Demon L. Hit me if I ever try to use that expression again. Seriously, just smack me. And I actually really like this scene. Mostly because when Cotton is talking to Demon L, except maybe he's not really a demon, wait, what? When he's talking to her, it kind of reminds me of Doctor Who, and anything that reminds me of Doctor Who is a good thing. I'd eat my own foot if it reminded me of Doctor Who. Demon L, except maybe she's not really a demon, wait, what, informs our plucky crew that she was actually impregnated by a boy at a cafe. Cotton and team go to investigate, but discover that said boy is so gay he'd probably turn down a starring role in a 1313 movie, if you know what I mean. Even I don't know what I mean. They head back to the farm, only to discover that the entire town is evil. They're all a cult. That would make the one from Silent Hill giggle in its sleep. And they're playing midwife, Danelle. No, I'm not sure how she's having a baby, even though she's not pregnant all throughout the entire film, and frankly, neither does the film. The birth is a success, and they pull out a nice, healthy 2-pound chest burster who, ironically, doesn't actually burst out of the chest. I'm gonna have to think of a new name for it then, and that's distressing. They decide to toss the newborn Satan into a bonfire, because that's the best way to ingratiate yourself with the demon who you worship. Light it on fire. Dumbasses! Cotton decides to take on this particular devil head-on, using the power of faith, which would be useful if you wasn't an atheist. I'll say it again. Dumbass! Iris and the cameraman, who I don't think gets a line, sprint off into the forest. Iris gets lost fairly quickly, and the brother, Caleb, now with significantly more of a face, decides to rectify that. Specifically with the cameraman. Cameraman dies. Camera falls over. Cue credits. You know, that's one way to ensure a sequel. Just don't end the fucking movie! So that was The Last Exorcism, and needs work. The characters aren't half bad, and Cotton is pretty damn interesting to watch, even though half the time I want to smack the smug, want to hit him. But the main problem comes from the ending. The rest of the film paints itself as a demons aren't really real, it's just the religion that's making everything worse, faux shizzle. But the ending paints the entire thing in a nice, thick coat of stupid. It's kind of hard to take it seriously after that ending. It's kind of hard to take anything seriously after that ending. And, in the spirit of that ending, I am not really who I appear to be. I'm a squid. Satan squid. With crab claws. The end. Wait for a sequel.